Welcome to today's news discussion. I'm Claire, and I'm joined by Alan. We're here to explore the latest developments in international politics and other significant news stories.
Hello, Claire. Good morning to our listeners. I'm Alan, and I'm excited to dive into these stories with you.
Let's start with one of the most pressing stories, the recent developments in military exercises between the U.S. and South Korea.
That's a significant shift. Can you walk us through what happened and why?
According to the reports, President Trump ordered the Pentagon to scale back joint military exercises with South Korea. The decision was made citing the high costs of these drills and the signal they send to North Korea, which Trump described as totally inappropriate and hostile.
So the reasoning behind this decision is twofold: cost and the perceived message to North Korea. How do these exercises typically factor into the U.S., South Korea, North Korea dynamics?
These joint military exercises are a demonstration of the military alliance between the U.S. and South Korea. They're meant to deter North Korea and ensure readiness. The reporting suggests that scaling back these exercises could be seen as a shift in how the U.S. approaches deterrence on the peninsula.
That ties in to Trump's stated relationship with North Korea's Kim Jong-un. Has there been any indication of how North Korea has responded to this scaling back?
The articles don't provide a direct response from North Korea, but they do mention Trump's very good relationship with Kim Jong-un as part of the context for this decision. It's worth noting that the exercises have been a point of contention between the U.S. and North Korea for some time.
It's a complex situation. The implications of scaling back these exercises could be significant. Let's move on to another story that's caught our attention, the incident involving UK Prime Minister Andy Burnham.
Yes, this is an interesting one. Reports indicate that Burnham exchanged messages with someone impersonating Susie Wiles, a senior White House aide. The British Embassy in Washington reportedly raised concerns about this incident with the White House.
How did this impersonation happen, and what were the consequences, if any?
The details of how the impersonation occurred aren't clear from the reports, but it's understood that no significant messages were exchanged. The suspicious activity was quickly reported to the appropriate authorities.
That's a relief. It's concerning to think about the potential for such impersonations in diplomatic communications. What does this say about the security of these channels?
The reports don't go into the specifics of the security measures in place, but it does highlight the need for vigilance in verifying the identity of individuals in diplomatic communications.
Moving on, we've got a story about a new defense pact between Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Pakistan.
That's right. President Trump welcomed this pact, calling it a big, bold, important first step towards enhanced regional security. The agreement establishes a collective defense framework among the three countries.
What are the key elements of this pact, and how does it fit into the broader regional dynamics, especially concerning Iran?
The pact commits the signatory countries to mutual defense, treating an attack on one as an attack on all. It's seen as a step towards greater security and self-reliance in the region, particularly in the context with tensions with Iran.
That's significant. How does this development reflect on the current geopolitical alliances in the region?
It appears to be a move towards greater cooperation among these nations in the face of shared security concerns, particularly regarding Iran.
Let's touch on a more domestic story involving President Trump.
Yes, Trump recently blamed vandals for the damaged grass on the National Mall near the World War II Memorial, the same area where he held a July 4th celebration. He made this accusation on social media without providing further details.
What do we know about the extent of the damage and the potential causes?
The reports describe large swaths of dead grass, but they don't offer alternative explanations for the damage beyond Trump's claim.
It's an interesting attribution. Have there been any official responses or investigations into this damage?
The articles don't mention any specific investigations or responses from authorities regarding the damaged grass.
Lastly, let's discuss the recent developments in the Middle East peace process.
Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law and a key figure in Middle East negotiations, met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after a 2-hour meeting with Hamas. This comes as part of efforts to move forward a truce deal in Gaza.
Can you provide more context on Kushner's role and the current state of these negotiations?
Kushner has been involved in efforts to broker peace in the Middle East. The recent meetings, including with Hamas and Netanyahu, are part of a push to implement a U.S.-backed roadmap for a truce in Gaza.
What's the reception been like to this roadmap, particularly from Netanyahu?
The reports indicate that Netanyahu rejected the 15-point U.S.-backed roadmap, which is a significant development in these negotiations.
It seems like there's a lot of complexity and challenge ahead in these talks. As we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear that there are many moving parts in international politics right now.
Indeed, and it's been a pleasure exploring these stories with you, Alan. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Claire. It's been a thoughtful conversation. I'm sure our listeners have gained a deeper understanding of these complex issues.
And that's all for today's episode. We'll be back soon with more news and analysis. Until then, thank you for listening.
Goodbye, and thank you for tuning in.
Goodbye.